Welcome to my rental car. This is a bright red Jetta. I recently got into like a pretty hectic car accident, but thankfully 0% at fault. I'm totally fine. The universe was aligned for me at that point. So yeah, what should I be doing right now? Working on a brand deal, or 3 right now. And I feel like it's such a cheesy thing to talk about, like, woe is me, I have brand deals to complete on top of my like actual full-time jobs. I feel like I'm just blowing it when it comes to brand deals, and I don't know what like the sweet spot is. I know that you shouldn't take things in that you're not like super interested in or that you don't want to like back, and I get that. And I try my best to align with that, but also, my rent needs to be paid. You know what I mean? So I feel like I've just been giving myself the ick lately by taking on brand deals to pay rent and just have money. I'm also a little bit in debt from taxes, so like maybe financially I'm not making the best decisions, but like also at the same time it's like this crazy thing to like become or start to become a YouTuber. I hate the word YouTuber, but like yeah, to like sustain some sort of income for like posting videos online to me is wild. And anybody who wants to pay me to like make a video for them just seems completely novel and like an experience that I would be lucky to have. And for the most part, that's how I operate in pretty much every single brand deal. I feel so lucky, and I feel so thankful to be able to actually use my skills and like make videos for brands, and to have like actual trust to be like, yeah, we'll just make it and share it with us, or like post it and that's it. Um, But recently, I'm like falling way behind on catching up to my brand deals. Another thing, like there's a skateboarding video that I'm like trying to amp myself up to make, and I love skateboarding. It's like literally part of my entire personality. So I don't know why there's like so much resistance. And I don't know if it's just me, and I really hope it's not just me, that there's like a resistance in brand deals where all of a sudden when you get paid to do the thing that you want to do, it becomes like a little bit icky for some reason. I don't know. It's like, I know it's such a privileged problem, like I've said, because like I'm making extra income on top of my actual income day to day. But, and maybe that's actually it, because it adds like this whole new pressure and takes away from just like making a regular YouTube video to be like, now you need to like execute. And I think a lot of the times I'm just hard on myself to begin with. I think all creatives are hard on themselves. That's just like the nature of our personalities, maybe. The thing that I'm struggling with right now is like the dissonance between what I want to make in my head and the actual final product. And for some reason, adding a brand into that makes it even more complicated for me for some reason to like get out of my head and push past just actually making the thing. It's like when somebody wants to pay me for it, I'm just like, I can't do it. But I do think that's it. For some reason, there's this massive taste gap that gets way more highlighted when there's money involved or there's a brand involved. That I almost just like don't really feel like I'm good enough to create anything. And if I'm being completely honest, it's not like I am making anything that's that crazy. I am such a small creator in the grand scheme of things. I make silly little YouTube videos and like tutorials, and for some reason I get so in my head of like, I don't know, maybe the things that I want to be making aren't lining up exactly where I want them to be. As thankful as I am for it, and as blown away that little old me gets to be paid to do a brand deal, for some reason, it just feels like I shouldn't be. And so I don't. I just like get right in my own way. And something that I think I need to come to terms with is that I'll always be chasing that taste gap. So the thing that I make will always be behind the thing that I actually want to make. But if I never actually make something, I can never actually like try to catch up to that. So it's just this double-edged sword of like make something or don't make something, you're not going to win. So I guess there is no win-win in creativity, which, wow, that sounds depressing. And this is such a funny problem to talk about because it's not even a problem. Someone literally wants to pay me to make a video, which is the thing that I enjoy doing. And in the moment, my brain is like going off in fireworks, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever. And then a week later, I'm like throwing a 3-year-old temper tantrum, being like, I don't want to make it. I want to make a video essay about poetry, which I also never do. So, I don't know. Maybe this is just me venting and being angry at myself, but like I also think it's bizarre to me how when you start making videos and you start to surpass like a tiny audience, like people notice, and it's just like the press play on imposter syndrome, and imposter syndrome just hangs out with you, sits in the passenger seat with me, and that's it. This is my life now. I think at my core, I just know who I am, and I'm not sure if this is ever going to change. I think I'll always feel afraid and have imposter syndrome for what I'm doing, but like the videos that I'm making, I'm not actually, like, I think they're pretty good at this point. Like when I look back at some, they're kind of cringe, of course, but that's just because the taste gap is further and further. So I can't be so hard on myself all the time, I guess, I hope. Oh man, why is it so hard to make things? There's also this other thing that is like I'm a super small creator trying to build an audience and trying to build trust with them. And if I'm just taking on brand deals and giving my review of like these products, it's not really creating this genuine trust. Like I know the alternative is to not do it, but I don't know about you, but I like to have my rent paid by somebody else by trying to build the thing that I want to build. So it's almost like I need to double down for like every brand video to like actually bang it out of the park and do like another video that actually means something to me. But then those videos usually kind of flop because they're just like videos that feel good to me and that are like quote unquote art to me, that I don't know. I always like want to make something that feels like something, that makes you feel something. That sounds maybe kind of silly, but that's usually what I think of when I want to make something personally. Like I just want to make something that has feeling. And I think a lot of the brand stuff that I make, I really enjoy making them, whether it's like lenses or product reviews or like a software review. Like I enjoy doing that, but like it's usually tech heavy. Those videos actually usually do quite well in comparison to like the art things. So even if I'm like trying to swing in the opposite direction to like build an audience, it like almost doesn't work. And I don't know, does that mean I'm just like not good at this? Because that's what happens in my head. Did I get further in this conversation? No. I think as long as you're having fun, it's fine. That's it. I think that's it, period. Whether money is exchanging hands or not, doesn't really matter. I think if you can just inject some sort of fun and enjoyment into it, not for the audience, for me. Like if I have fun making it, then it's fine. But I think Maybe when it's like a forced thing to be like, make a video about this, then I have less fun. But sometimes I'm gonna make the video anyways. Like the skateboard video that I mentioned earlier, it's like I have to do a video on this handle, this camera rig handle, and like I would love to make a skateboarding video on my channel, but I've had this handle for like, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, been skating a bunch, haven't brought it out because I'm like nervous of the taste gap, to be like, what if I use it and the video doesn't come out good and I don't like it? It almost just doesn't matter because I just corrected myself. It's like if I have fun doing it, then who cares what the outcome is? But when you have an audience, you start to actually care, what if it's not good and what if people don't like it? Versus just like, video making's fun. Like I actually just made a video for my friend Kira. She's on YouTube. She does breathwork, and I went to one of her breathwork classes and I made a video for her. I had a ton of fun being there, shooting it, and editing it, and I turned it around, felt great. And I think because I got out of my way so much that I just was able to make it quickly and not think about it. And I think the more time that you have to think about the thing that you're going to create, the more time that you can get in your own way. When I think about creativity, I think about it like a bunny. Like, you ever been for a walk and you see a bunny and you're like, holy shit, it's a bunny. And inevitably you want to touch it. At least I do, because they're just cute. But there's like a certain distance away that you can only ever get to the bunny. And I always feel like that with creative ideas, to be like, whoa, I'm having the craziest creative idea right now. I need to write this down. Everybody be quiet and don't move. And if I move, or if I'm too loud, or if I tell too many people about it, or try to get some input, the video idea just disappears. Or it like morphs into something else that wasn't actually as good as my original idea. I don't know why that happens. I don't know if that's just a me thing that I've placed upon myself. I don't like it. But yeah, I don't know. If anybody else feels like that, I would love to know that I'm not alone, but I think I missed my exit. Man. Okay, I gotta stop doing this.